Hi, my name is Glenn. I'm from Eve Count, and we are talking about agentic processes and orchestration. This is episode 9, where we discuss sweat equity and the SaaS trap. So, we're moving away from the architecture and into the economics of artificial intelligence. For the last 15 years or so, you're talking about B2B software and the industry in total, convincing us that the optimal way to consume technology is to pay a flat per seat monthly subscription fee. And this used to make sense in the era of passive software. Yet, in the era of artificial intelligence, this model breaks down and it creates a massive conflict of interest between you and software as a vendor. And they're also incentivized to minimize how much you actually use the AI. So a lot of it are things that already pre-exist, predate AI, yet they will still charge you the tokens for it. For you, though, on the other hand, you want to extract as much value and automation as possible to grow your business. So the incentives are fundamentally opposed. Anybody can more or less build their own piece of software. Now we're looking at how a digital co-founder or a business owner can build on the BYOK architecture or bring your own key. So this is an entire economic relationship that shifts in your favor, where you're not buying a marked up subscription and you're not using a wrapper. You're actually paying for raw compute directly at cost. So if you bought a building, you can consider the implications. If you build your own agentic swarm that successfully reduces your company's operational overhead by 40%, for example, which is the average, instead of just subscribing, and you're doubling your outbound sales pipeline, you don't have to pay for per seat usage. The architect who builds that swarm benefits in not only financial upside, but in efficiency. People who are looking at automating to also design and engineer systems that actually work in the messy reality of your specific business. And you're not a template. You didn't build your company using a template, and neither should your software be the same. So rather than selling you a shiny software subscription that your team might not use, you can actually involve your people in designing and fine-tuning your own model that's performance aligned to what they actually do day to day and specific to your industry and your region and even your language.